Okay, and then that's not working either there. Gosh dang it. I have this flipping list, and I have each of the steps in this flipping list, and then when I get to the part where it's like, oh, let's update the title, there's a button here that you need to press done to actually get the title to... And then I'm worried that I'm like, I'm over the age of 30. My brain's stuck like this. I'm too stupid to remember to press a button. Man, did I get myself in a bad mood so quick. I was having a good day. I was like, oh, let's look at all these indie games. You know, the Convergence showcase happened, and the other showcase happened. And I was like, look at all these games that I've already kind of seen for the most part, but... So yeah, I was gonna start earlier, and then it was like, oh, I'm gonna... Look at all the games here, and then... Again, it's one of those things of like, it's been a week. I've had nothing to do but my portfolio, and it's midday on a Friday, and it's one of the few times I've actually touched it. It's like, how does this happen? What am I doing with my time? And it's like, well, I took a bath the other day, and I ate some food. The food takes a while to eat. And I did hang out with my girlfriend a bit more, so that's also taking up some time. So I have lots of excuses. Does that count? That doesn't count, does it? Damn it. Okay, and then it's also stuff like this, where I'm like, oh, I want to do this too. These things aren't going to come up again, are they? Right? Hopefully? I keep thinking that it's going to stop at some point. I'm going to have something that's going to let me, like, finally... Nobody put clarifications in here? It's always surprising to me. It's like, don't you want people to have some idea of what you could do with it? Okay, time. I feel like somebody's put this in before as well. Also, hello. Welcome. I see everybody's got their bots running. Oh, meaning I should probably also join the pack here. Oh, but I guess there's no packs active. And not a bot. No, I realized that, Bugorly's a bot this whole time. Oh no! Then again, there's all sorts of goofy gifs from Bugorly, so I should have expected it. Okay, do I like these? Oh, as in, it's about time. Do I like this? No, not really. That's just gonna make it, but there's been so many games about time. I think that's kind of a meh for me. Set certain expectations of the player and then turn them completely upside down. Honestly, kind of meh. Only half bot, only bot catch when you're actually here. I think everybody's half bot at this point, so 100% an LLM hooked up to Twitch. Well, I do know Pugorly is in, like, you know, has the 6 monitors set up to be in, like, 6 different streams at any one time, so. I assume that's what clippers are like, too. The people that clip streamers are like, you gotta have 6 different monitors so you can clip all 6 different streams at the same time. Okay, honestly, kind of meh. Running from danger seems kind of basic. At least for a jam, that's gonna get you a lot of the kind of similar games, I feel, so. Found the old internet today. It's still out there, just hidden. As in you were browsing... I was gonna say Internet Historian. That's... What's the Wayback Machine? You were browsing the Wayback Machine? Oh, okay, so Pagorli's even gonna confirm. Completely just a large language model. I would say that's a dumb name for a large language model, but I don't know that ChatGPT or Claude is any better. So... Okay, again, no. That just seems like you're gonna get a lot of the same kind of games. Friendship. It seems like a tough one, but that also feels like a bunch of fun multiplayer friend slop sort of stuff, so sure. Double-edged sword. Also, I know there was a DugDug video recently that was like, find me the most interesting websites on the internet, and it was basically the... Was it ChatGPT? I think it was ChatGPT. It was just like, hey, have you seen useless things or whatever it is? It was basically just listing off all the websites from that. Not the Internet Archive, just websites that are still made by single people for themselves that have a similar vibe to old websites. Oh yeah, no, it's one of the things. It is hard to find that stuff though, because it's not on those like aggregated websites. When it is just a single web page floating around out there. GeoCities, or is it NeoCities? I know GeoCities is what it used to be, but NeoCities definitely sounds like what it could have turned into. Yeah, okay, this definitely has the vibe of I figured out how to do some things with HTML and CSS. Yeah, okay, so it is NeoCities. This is also like a lot to look at, but I never really got into this kind of vibe of the internet. There's some weird things where it's like, this is the era I grew up in. This is the stuff I should know and I should like, and just never vibed with me. It's like music and stuff from the 90s and the 2000s. Like, it should be my stuff, and it just... Nah. It was about 2008, like 2010, when Katy Perry rose to prominence, that I'm like, now I like pop music. Yeah, Neo City, okay. Web rings. Oh yeah, it is ads, isn't it? Well then that lets me get through some more of these. Reflection, I think, could have some fun ideas. Pique my curiosity is one of those, like, That's a meh for me. Double-edged sword just sounds like... I don't know. There's possibilities. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sword. It could be something that is... It uses the phrase, so... If onion websites create a web ring, are those onion rings? What is a web ring exactly? I don't even know what that is. Not that anybody can hear me if ads are happening, but... Dang it, here I am excited about, like, oh, I get to stream more, and then realize, no, my throat is still, like, not feeling the great... You know, I could go grab a cough drop, and ads are still happening. Wait a second, duh. Wait, not that one. Yeah. Okay, so I want to finish this, then I want to do more rebranding, because I'm realizing all of the... Yeah, and this was the brain blast that I had this morning. I'm like, wait a second. I could do an orange jacket. That gets me kind of the orange around the character, that makes it central, that puts it up in the icon. So if I chop it to just the face, there's still some orange there. Now I'm still kind of debating on the background colors and stuff, but I'm like, I think I like the orange jacket. gets me some more orange. Okay, but that's not here nor there. I want to finish the theme voting. Web rings are groups of web pages that each link to each other in a sort of web page neighborhood. That's what I was assuming. I feel like I don't know that I've like formally heard the term, but I've definitely heard it described as such. Okay, do I like dust as a theme? Kinda. I don't know, we'll come back to it. Double vision sounds like it's gonna be like a lot of painful games that are gonna... I mean, that could be fun to mess with like multiple different cameras and stuff. The magic circle, that is a good one. I don't know if that's... Oh, I still have flipping World of Goo 2 to play. I've still got Dishonored 2 I want to finish. I've still got... I haven't even been playing Slip and Slime recently. And I feel like I should play some more Toro Band, because Toro Band's going to be an awesome con. I'm going to see that in a month, so I can at least say, hey, I've played a little bit. Oh, and it's on here. I was gonna say, we've put the magic circle on the list here. I guess you did put it in there as a thing. But yeah, the magic circle's in there. I gotta play the Killing Stone again, though. Because the Killing Stone just came out, so I'm thinking that's... Oh, it is Friday. It's been a single week of being unemployed. Or, you know, partially unemployed. And I've already lost track of time. Oh, see. Well, it's... I don't need to be playing games. I need to be finishing this flip. This isn't even my portfolio. None of this is related. There's too many things. It's only been a week. Or it's already been a week? I don't know. Whatever makes me feel worse. Abyss. It sounds like a cool setting, maybe. I don't know how it would be gameplay, though. To not play Fortnite or Roblox? I mean, that's... I could remove them from here. After watching the Doug video, I'm like, oh, okay, like... old Newgrounds sort of stuff, where it's just completely random stuff, and then maybe a couple of the games are good. That's what Roblox is. And I have played Fortnite. I could even take them off the list there. Dang it, there's a lot of good stuff in this list, and I'm like, I can't even do the one thing that I should be doing, let alone the stuff that I want to be doing. Okay. It's because I was reading a lot of emails, too. Like I said, I was going over those indie showcases, and I'm like, that's not an everyday thing. Just like this is not an everyday thing. I have no clue how you would do deja vu as a mechanic, but... I get deja vu fairly frequently. And it's always weird, because it's like, moments... They say deja vu happens when you're, like, doing something that you repeatedly do. And... I get deja vu of moments that I have not experienced, where I'm like, okay, this is the first time I've gone to this restaurant with this person. And somehow I'm having deja vu of that moment. Hollow. Some of these are great words. I don't know if they're great, like, themes. Unconventional combat. I mean, that's specifically asking for something that's combat related, though. I don't know. This looks like you could have fun with doing a troll game, as in, like, you set up the expectations of it's a platformer, and then you suddenly rip the platform out from under them. So, I'm not feeling that. Rolling dice, no. that is the fiasco of the GMTK roll of the dice. Which, that's interesting to do a dice game. Not everybody making dice games kind of know. Should I add something to my slime catching program that listens for extend and writes extend that many times? You're gonna do a bot that just automatically extends the roller coaster. Or no, that automatically extends the extension of the roller coaster. That's what you're saying. Well, at this point, you're making me say, like, oh, I should just go in here and update it. I'm like, I'm unemployed. I have a little bit of time. I could update this, right? Okay, alchemy is one that I've already done before. That's a me personally thing. I don't think it's only if Pagorli writes something like extend 5. I mean, you're welcome to. I can't stop you. Now you see me, now you don't. Yeah, then it will do that. Yeah, you had to put the example in there because you wanted it because you wanted to extend it. That's really what it was. Plunk. Do I think that's a good theme? No. I put it in there and I'm like, nah, I don't know that it's a good theme. Okay, but I do like Stain. I thought I was proud of Stain. Stain's one that I like. Okay, plants. Just the idea of plants. I mean, I am a garden gnome. It has some potential to me. Blackout. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, this is pretty arbitrary. Pickle. Like the idea of pickling something? I feel like there's gonna be a lot of games about pickling things. It's kind of a no for me. Release. Rainy day. Embrace the beauty of a rainy day. Always sunshine is boring. And then the soft rain, there's some fog creeping up, can be very beautiful in its own way. Visual beauty or focusing on the figure of speech being in need. Do I have an idea for a game about rain? No, not really. Could I make one? I mean, there's the Rain on Your Parade game. I don't know. Rain sounds like a fun idea. Or I guess you could have a day where it rains a whole bunch. So, you just like have a flood. Echoing spaces. Sure, you know what? That sounds kind of interesting. And like repeating and remixing chunks of content and stuff too. Point of view, perspective changes everything. Experiment with roles, camera angles, and even the POV meme if you want. I don't even know what that is. Sure. Balls. I mean, I feel like I have to. Just the idea of balls. Yes, games about balls. I made a whole video about that, so yes. What isn't there? There's some potential for some dumb nonsense with that. I like it. Bill. As in ducks or a guy named Bill. I see. They have some clarifications. It's the stuff that has clarifications are most likely going to be like, yeah, I like that. It's just specifically in like eco-punk games. I feel like there's a jam that already does eco-punk as a theme, so I'm kind of like no on that. Some of these are a little basic, but I kind of like it. Oh, I wanted to make a game about like the, you know, like Stairway to Heaven, but then like actually make a set of stairs that like you know, the whole game is actually walking up the set of stairs into heaven. Just like how long would it take you if you just had to like walk up the steps? Okay, pretty basic, but I'm feeling it, so sure, why not? Frame, reframe? Yeah, no, there's plenty of games that use that as a mechanic, and they are interesting, and I haven't made one. And I mean, you could reframe the idea of... Yeah, okay, blast. It's a lot of explosions and stuff. Meh. Again, this is just kind of a very arbitrary in-the-moment thing, because I just want to be done with this so I can go back to rebranding stuff, so then I can go back to doing my portfolio, so then I can go back to working on the game that'll be shown in a month. Ay. Okay. It's just like I want to finish Slip and Slime so I can go back and finish World of Goo 2 or something, so then I can finally get back to Dishonored 2. Okay. Now you see me, now you don't. It's like hide and seek kind of games, I guess, or like invisibility or something. Or a stealth game. Sure, why not? Village sounds a little generic. Like, what kind of village? Festivity. Some kind of party or something? There's I think a few different ways you could interpret that, so... Fractured? Sure, I like it. The caregiver. I don't know, that just sounds kind of like a bunch of games about health and caregiving. And like, never really been my thing. Forbidden. This just feels like there's a lot of rule breaking that could be done in terms of like what is good game design even. So I like it, sure. Release. I guess like releasing tension or something? Or actually finishing something? See, it's reminding me of the idea of actually finishing something and actually releasing a game, which hasn't happened, so... I don't want to be reminded of that. Again, kind of arbitrary, but meh. Again, this is a cool like setting, but not necessarily a mechanic. Is my issue with it. I feel like there's been a game. I feel like they've done. There's been a theme. There has been Abyss as a theme. Let's see, Hollow. It seems like a neat idea and a neat word. I just don't know what kind of mechanics. They don't jump to mind, so. And there's no clarifications. That's the thing. It's like a lot of these would probably be pushed over the edge if they just added some clarifications as to like, here's why this is a good idea. Well, Dust obviously has an opportunity for, like, cleaning games. But then also, like, turning something into dust. Sure. You can do, like, a lot of, like, particles or something. Okay, is that everybody? I think that is everybody. Okay. So, that's that done. Yeah, because this is that other part of me that's like, oh, I get an orange ball. I put a logo on it. And it's, you know, I have to buy 100 of them, which kind of sucks, but they're less than $1. And then I can, like, throw them at people. I could give them to people and stuff. Very tempting. But I don't know what kind of logo I would do. Okay, so how are we feeling about the orange sweater? I'm absolutely loving it because it adds the orange into the character without having me modify too much. And I tend to wear a lot of layers anyway, so. But the I don't even know Mr. Rogers, and I was like, it feels very Mr. Rogers to me, and I do like that. It's funny because it's just an orange, like, yeah, it's probably just because it's a sweater on top of other stuff there. I don't have a tie though. I guess if I did a tie, that would be very Mr. Rogers. Yeah, I never watched that movie, or I know they've had like documentaries and stuff about Mr. Rogers too, and yeah, this is not something that I ever watched or saw. But every description of him is that he's like just an absolute angel. Like he's just the nicest guy. So if I guess I wanted to, it'd be a tie or something. Now, it's just too many colors, though, because there's this. There's a lot of different little colors in here. Didn't realize I came back online. Well, I hit the button, realized that the title was wrong again, and was like, no, fuck it. It's been all of a minute. I'm gonna reset it. I just pissed myself off so much that I have an entire checklist that all I need to do is go through it step by step, and I still do not go through it step by step. Okay, so now the question is, what do I want to do for the background? Do I like the dark, the black? Do I want more? I want to do like a brighter. Well, it's because I was looking at Glowy Pumpkin, and I was like, Glowy Pumpkin also has a lot of orange, but then the actual background is a bright blue, and it's like, well, okay. Yeah, and then the actual character is just a lot of brown. I guess there's an orange like shadow there. I guess I could have messed with that too, but no, I like the orange sweater now. I'm too attached to the orange sweater. It's just this doesn't tell me like what I should do for the background colors. Well, that's the question too. Is like, should I switch up the rounded squares? And then I could go full plunk and do like polka dots. Which I guess I'm doing like a dark kind of gray / black here. There's a part of me that's like, do I want to add a color to this? Maybe from Mr. Rogers' area. And one of my friends met him late in Rogers' life, and he said he was an absolute wholesome human being. Like I said, I did not watch a lot of Mr. Rogers. As in, I did not watch Mr. Rogers. And all I've heard is that he's just like the nicest guy. From literally anybody who's ever met him. Okay. Do I... Because this was the gray where I did the like straight up literal like middle of the road gray. Yeah, I like the orange sweater a lot. It adds the orange without being too obnoxious. But now the question still remains, what do I want to do for the background? Because now if I do the orange sweater, then the orange border doesn't look as good. Although this like kind of square border thing is making me think of the Bump Squad, like the cards that I made for Bump Squad. Okay, where is... Oh, I don't need this anyway. So if I go back to sprites... I have the card somewhere. No, okay, there I keep making my life easier and then forgetting that I did that. Okay, so like the cards... I have like example cards or something, right? Yes. I thought I added a lot of shadows to this. I don't really want to pull up Bump Squad in and of itself. Wait, don't I have the... I have the card somewhere though, right? That's some pixel art that I have somewhere. I have the cards? Oh yeah, there's some more Primal to go watch too. Also, hello, welcome. It's okay. I'm grumpy and I'm mad at myself because it took me an entire week to get to this point. And the whole thing that I was supposed to be doing was just to remake my portfolio, and this is as far as I've gotten. Is just... I added the social media links at the bottom, basically. It's just like, that's as far as I've done. And there's still so much more to remake, and so much more to add for each of the games and everything. But then I got distracted with like, oh, well the orange on your stream is obnoxious. And it's like, I know it is, but I love that. But no, I'm now that I did the orange sweater, I'm like, okay, no, that's better. It's certainly better. Oh, and I still had this color thing pulled up because... Seems like a bad idea. This is supposed to be complimentary, I guess? Or analogous. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means by complementary versus analogous versus triadic or whatever. But is it saying that if I use that green, which I didn't copy paste the hex, oh I did, that'll look good? Because it does not appear to be the case. I mean, I guess it's not bad. Technically, the red hat is really what I should be keying off of. That's like the brightest color, or that is the most prominent color. Complementary colors are opposite each other on the color wheel. Well, yeah, no, I know that. I know it's just an opposite, but I don't know. But does it mean, like, oh, if I'm doing something like this branding thing, that's a good color to use? As in, like, it'll probably make the other color pop, I guess? Or is it saying that, like, you should avoid that color because they'll... I guess it's saying that they won't blend together, but I know I don't want to do a bunch of blue, so if I go here and I say, oh, let's just do a bunch of blue, I think that's a major no from me, dog. Everybody loves blue, and I've just never been a blue lover. The more I mess with colors, the more I'm convincing myself to just go with the middle of the road gray. Yeah, green and purple for Disney villains. Or yeah, for poison effects. I know games do that for poison effects a lot too. Complementary colors are often considered to work well together. Yeah. But it's blue though. I don't like blue. I don't want blue. Oh, that's what this looks like. Or I'm assuming that's what this looks like if you are have a certain kind of color blindness, that's kind of what the color's gonna look like. Okay, yeah, very poor for white, and then very good for black. I could agree with that. Okay, so, but what I wanted to do was go back to colors and dump this color into here. I lied. You did not copy the red. Okay. Let me make sure that it is the red off the hat. Okay, so now we do... I didn't pick up, like, straight up, literally, like... Yeah, okay, it's slightly different. Where's the page? There we go. Just give me the full-on, like, everything about this color. Like, low spec for picking palettes. Yeah, no, I have this one as a favorite somewhere. But... Well, and these are, like, nice, like, rainbow palettes and stuff, but I'm like, I know the colors that I want. It's just a matter of picking the colors that kind of... Yeah, well, I know a lot of these are popular. That's why they get picked and used and stuff, but... It's good on white and poor on black. I was gonna say, didn't I already click this? So then... this. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like this? Really? That's the color that I should be using as the background? If I want the hat to pop? Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, we're gonna just hide you. Enough of switching that out. Yeah, I guess that kind of works. There's also the skin tone, maybe, that I could... Or, like, is there a color in the middle of all of these colors that would help? Which is kind of why I was like, well, if I just do gray, that'll... Okay, what does it say if I do, like, a gray? Like, if I... So, if I do my beloved straight up middle of the road gray, what do you say about this? Yeah, I was gonna say this is gray. Super colorblind friendly. So, there's a limit to how much it will accept when Picquarley types a number. Didn't want him to do like extend 100 or something. I feel like he would, probably. I do wonder if you guys would, like, really crash or hurt my computer. Because I'm like, well, there's the one... Yeah, there's not too much going on right now, but... And it seems to survive a couple different coasters. But if you have, like, a whole bunch, I do wonder if that would cause some major problems. It feels like it should. But... And then Picquarley immediately does it. Yep, okay. The limits have to be tested immediately. Yeah, okay, this is making me think I should remake the app and build in some of that. Okay, because I picked literally middle of the road gray, that everything is just, the thing that goes with it is itself. You can't go wrong with this color. Well, now that's tempting to go back to that. That's what I had earlier, before I said, hey, let's mess with the colors. Oh, wait. feels bright. This wasn't the middle of the road gray, was it? That's the middle of the road gray. Currently limited to 20, okay. So everything over 20 is put down to 20. What editor is this? This is a Piskel. It is old. It died in like 2020 or something, as in like they had a web version that you could use that they stopped doing the web version. But I had used this for quite a while, so I have not ported everything over to A-Sprite. I've started using A-Sprite a little bit. The last thing I did was in A-Sprite, but stuff like this where I'm just swapping out colors from this old thing. Like, I don't know. So if I do like a middle of the road gray on Squarespace here, instead of this black. Okay, edit the palettes. So this was the one that was the background, I think, right? Oh, okay, put the hashtag on the front? Is that what you're missing? Yes, okay. Oh, that's too bland. That's aggressively bland. It was kind of working for the, icon there. When you can't make recursive functions go over 1024 calls, had to rewrite almost all my Rail track code. I was trying to mess with, recursion. Oh, because I was using that for the... Like, I had a laser that I was trying to do, like a laser that bounces around to give you a guide as to where the ball is going to go. And I just kept crashing. So, I still have not messed with it. I might have to go back to it and mess with it, but... Okay, nope, that... Yeah, this black is better. Or this whatever, blackish, grayish. Oh, that's the thing. Because this is the wash, right? It takes whatever color, it puts it as like a color over top of everything. Yeah, that's why. Why is that a thing? Yeah, now that's too much. It's not fair. Orange is the best color. It should be used everywhere. Yet when I use it everywhere, it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't. No. Is this stream interesting currently? Don't count on it. It never is. I don't know why you come here expecting it to be. Went from recursion liker to a recursion hater overnight. Because you used it. that's how it goes. You use recursion and then realize, wait a second, this is a pain in the butt. So you gave around to the correct opinion eventually. I forget who was saying, but they were saying like a student was like, excuse me, professor, the best way to do this is recursion. Everything should be recursion. Oh, wait, meaning it must be the one person I know that has actually like done some kind of being a professor. No, I think recursion is a lot of fun, but it is so easy to blow your own foot off and destroy everything. Only excusable if the language is designed for it. It is sometimes, and talking is always nice, and the activities and the most interesting to watch. That's what I hope, is that at least my yammering is interesting, because a lot of times the actual thing that is on screen is me just scrolling up and down because I'm talking, instead of focusing on the thing that I'm doing. Like, do I want to use this as the background, or do I want to go back to the black? And then do I want to do the orange border? I mean, sure. Flipping, I don't know. It's just when I do like a circular thing too, and then it's like, do I want to do this for the stream here, or? Oh, that was the other thing, or other things. Man, I like my bright orange. Boo, hiss, boo. Okay, so where is... Do I need to be rebranding the stream right now? No, I need to be working on my portfolio right now. That's what I need to be doing. Okay, there is a replace on all layers or something, right? Apply to all layers, apply to all frames. What is that? Okay, and then you with the lighter orange or the darker orange? Because it don't really matter. And then could I update the animation and stuff too? I could. This is not what I need to be working on right now. But I'm also like, it really isn't gonna take me that long to do that. Where I'm like, there's the animation all updated. Did I just do black on black? I didn't copy the color over, did I? Okay, you were supposed to have the color copied over. Not here for the games you play or the games you make, but because of me. Oh, that's nice. To hear me bitch about the fact that I'm unhappy with myself because I'm not perfect. And nobody is perfect, but that's not gonna stop me from feeling bad about it. It feels so smart to use and works so well. But I decided if the engine itself doesn't want me to use it, then while loop it is. It's one of those, like, if you can get recursion to work, it feels fantastic. But it is hard to do. At least for me. Which, again, I like to put myself down and say, you know, tiny little brain and stuff, but... Man, I love self-sabotage. I don't... No way. That's the color? What's the other one then? Okay, well then give me this color. Whatever this color is. Okay, so I'm doing a darker background and then a lighter squares. So do that. I don't know, it's looking too slick to me. I don't want it to look slick. Okay, that's that. Okay, it's 35. I could just flip and type it in here. Ah, god balls. You. Oh, and then it's the one frame. Because I didn't flip in... Okay, no, just... Yeah, I need it to be obnoxious orange again, because then it lets me flip those colors over, and then whatever this is, do... Did that take? It doesn't look like it's... Yeah, okay, somebody's the same. Who's the same? Okay, so you're 35. I don't know. Ugh, and then I have to do this again. I'm like, okay, no. One of you is this. And we do that. Then we go to here. We switch this out with the other color. 28. 28, 28. Okay. And then we do that. There we go. Goodness. It did not need to be that hard. Ay, ay, ay. The 8-ball thinks part of the stream is interesting. Well, yeah. Part is always the, you know. Feels like you could easily get away. God, and then I want the orange back, though. I'm having issues. I've got 99 problems. And they've all decided to hit me all at once. Okay, well then sure. We're just gonna grab the orange off of here because I don't want to try to figure out where that... Okay, so now we do... Nope. Okay, that didn't grab the orange. Then you... I'm not gonna type it in. I'm starting to learn what that code is. Hex code wise, but... Okay, so now we do... that. I lied. Not everybody. Apply to all apply to all frames. Yeah, not all layers. There we go. All frames. Oh man, now I gotta update the character and stuff too. Because I said, oh, let's do this orange sweater. I mean, it really shouldn't be that bad. Okay, let's stop messing with this rebrand. It's gonna have to wait until later. This is gonna take a while. I need to be working on my portfolio. Do I want to switch out the icon or anything? Okay. Ruh-roh, raggy. If you get recursion to cause a stack overflow, it feels bad. Yeah, no, that's and that's so easy to do. Make the font Comic Sans instantly less slick. Well, I mean, even this Fredoka here is probably not super slick either. Road / track's got to be the top 10 least favorite things to game dev so far. Well, that's a bummer. That's fun stuff, though. I mean, I guess if you're having issues with it, I can see why. I mean, it did take me literally months to get a ball to bounce around, because I have eaten so much cheese. I have cheese for brain. Yeah, you are what you eat, and my brain is now cheese. I thought going for Steamfest immediately was the way to go, but now I've learned apparently it's the opposite of what you want to do. Is there Steamfest in the second half of the year? I believe so. I think there is a fall Steam Next Fest. Yeah, if you're talking like the latest How to Market a Game article, I think it was talking about like. Well, I think what he was trying to say is that don't do the same as everybody else. That's really what it is. Is like the you want to release when there's nothing else around. So if everybody is releasing during Steam Next Fest, then don't do it. But at least that was my takeaway from the latest How to Market a Game article. It's just like, oh, if everybody says this AAA game is gonna, you don't want to release next to this AAA game, that means, oh, there's a space for you to release when there's nothing else going on. So, but yes, I thought his wisdom was to release, like, you want to do the Steam Next Fest right before the, and then like you want to do a demo in Steam Next Fest and then release the game right after is what I thought was said. But like I said, I think it's just a matter of following the crowd. If everybody's doing that, then you're gonna get crowded out. So yeah, that was my actual takeaway. It was like, you want to just do something that is different than the crowd. Oh, I never figured out, like, stats. Okay, so let's, yeah, for foregoing the rebranding, we're gonna not do that for now. Okay, now we're back to portfolio updates. Because the rebrand is going to take a little bit longer. If I decide, oh, I actually want to do a sweater on the character, that's going to be rebranding literally everything, and I don't need to be worrying about that right now. I need to be getting this done. And then I can do that. Heard Steam Fest works like a wishlist multiplier, and you should aim for 2,000 wishlists before joining. Doubt you can get that much, though. Well, and that's it. The advice on how to market a game is how to like get into real Steam and sell like the biggest game ever. A lot of people are not gonna reach that, so I don't think you need to follow the how to market a game advice like to the T. Because part of the how to market a game advice is also like, well, if you put a game on itch.io and you've got 100 views, that's not enough for you to really think about go full steam ahead and make this your full-time job kind of thing. So that is the other part of how to market a game, is also like, but it's like, if you have a game that has a lot of views, then that's probably a good one to pursue in terms of like actually trying to get to 2,000 wish lists on Steam and stuff. So, although it was a little sad seeing the numbers for like, oh, here's a game that's doing well on itch.io, and I'm like, I've never had a game even come near the numbers that he's talking about. So I'm like, but this is literally everything I've ever done, and it's, I think he was saying like 10,000 views or something. It's like a good indicator, and I'm like, my best is 3,000, and this is because of Linktree, and I link everything to this. So like, that was the scariest article for me to read, was just the fact that like a good game to make is one that is like 10,000 views on itch.io, and I'm like, never even gotten close for literally 40 flippin' games. I don't know if that's the number, that's why I was trying to look it up here, because I'm like, it might not be that high, but I feel like that's about where it was at. It was like 10,000 or so. I thought it was somewhat recently. Apparently not. This one? I don't remember what the article was. I need to play this game too. It's got the title is Gnomes. It's just literally what the name of the thing is Gnomes. There we go. Is it this one? itch.io translating to Steam success. Yeah, views. Like 1 million views. 70,000 downloads. Does it say at the bottom kind of what the... But I guess I could throw the article in here. Is the... Yeah. Games that made the itch.io to Steam. Biggest is 4K, and that's with the incremental buff. Yeah, that's like... Well, and that I think is also what he's said many times before, too, for the how to market a game stuff, is... Like, you want to just do a game that's in a hot genre, and you want to make it quickly. That's the way you want to be making games, is to pick something that's somewhat popular and... yeah, I was going to say, because this is... I think this bottom one is one that didn't translate as well, and this was 20k views total. Well, okay, I say I haven't gotten a game that's reached like these kind of numbers, but that is a lie. The not safe for work stuff I've done has gotten closer to these kind of numbers. But that was also using somebody else's art to do like just a little like viewer. That wasn't a game either. Although I was thinking about pulling those numbers and putting the numbers on my portfolio there. It's like thought about doing not safe for work stuff. Well, you just missed a good opportunity because the Strawberry Jam happens every February for like the entire month of February. Of like go make a bunch of not safe for work games, and I forget about it every year. February rolls around and I'm like, oh wait, there's a whole month-long jam that I forgot about. I think it'd be harder to stream. I told you fate are majestic. Oh. Yes, no, I was talking about making not safe for work games, not making not safe for work content. Yeah, that's like as much as my girlfriend might like me. I don't know if I've got the bod for not safe for work content. I don't think Tiny Nerd Man is a hot commodity. Okay, you got me so distracted. You meant games too, but couldn't resist the joke. I kind of figured that's what it was too, but I also couldn't resist the joke. So, Call of the Joke is almost as bad as the Call of the Void. Oh, that was funny the other day where I was like, I asked my girlfriend a question because I wanted to set up for a dumb joke, and then she got all sentimental and had like all these different stories, and I was like, I'm trying to pay attention, and all I can think of is this dumb joke that I have stuck in my head. I was like, oh, I didn't mean to trigger a bunch of sentimentality. I just wanted to make a dumb joke. Okay, so yes, I've definitely done that too. What the fluffin' heck was I doing? I am trying to make this portfolio. Okay, so what do I... Okay, let's do some planning. I need to do some planning. What do I want to have on the home page? Okay, that's gonna be the notes. So okay, we're gonna do an entire document. Let's... You know what? I have the branding document open even. So here, we're just gonna do somewhere on here. No, I lied. There's a lot of stuff on here that's not related. Okay, let's do a new document for taking notes, and then on the... Yeah, this is why I get scared of doing anything, because I'm like, if I want to do it properly, well, now here I'm not even actively making the website. I'm just putting notes on the... Okay, so now you let's throw notes on the end. Okay, so what do I want for the home page is the question. So home page, we're going to have what is the question. So if I go back to the list of game dev sites or something, right? I still need to read this article. I started reading this and I saw this. I'm like, this is really good stuff that I really should figure out for my game as to what the exact emotional fantasy is and the signature mechanic and stuff in like as many words. And then I just never finished the article. Where was I had the thing floating around somewhere. Is okay. Did I close it? Game dev portfolio website. There we go. This one, that's just 15 of these. Okay, so the thing here is... Okay, let's do the banner at the top too, to say, okay, what all do I want in my banner? Is... Okay, so the top banner is the first thing I want to start with. Okay, so what I have here is home, about, portfolio, resume, contact, and I don't need the other stuff. So home, about, portfolio, resume, and contact. Do I want to keep those? We'll see. Home, about... portfolio, resume, and contact. Yeah, those all seem helpful and useful. Creator keys. They also have a contact that is a separate thing though. Creator key request. That's neat. Bought a humble bundle full of songs and sound effects today, still downloading, and all so far it's 50 gigs. Dang, dude. I keep seeing some of those humble bundles scroll by, and it's like, that seems like a lot of really good content. And then I forget to purchase it, and then I forget to even use it if I do purchase it, so... Want to buy like a portable microphone to record custom sound effects. I bought a portable microphone to try doing recording a podcast in the car. And it didn't fully really work. And I never really went back, but I do have a portable microphone, I just haven't used it. I haven't figured out how to use it. And I also don't have that many, like, things I want to record or anything. And creator keys is kind of a fun one. Oh, it's a label of Bithel Games. Okay, yeah, but that is kind of the same thing. Home, projects, and like I said, having the resume in the top is good. Ooh, shop. And then this goes, yeah, it goes over to a different thing. Actually, that's a good one too. I want to sell myself in a, well, okay, I was gonna say sell myself in a very literal sense. Let's slow down there. I want to sell the stuff that I made. Wait, what was this one? Shop, there we go. Shop. I want to have the give me money button. Okay, and I definitely want to switch out the Squarespace logo. First, probably make myself an app to sort through sound effects, because I imagine it would be a nightmare. Well, wait, are you talking the... Oh, you're not talking the Humble Bundle, because you're a different person. But now, with AI, you can just have the AI make you an app, right? That was an article that was a little interesting that was talking about, like, you know, there's a lot of people that have problems, but they're not necessarily, like, an app is not the solution. As much as AI can spit out code, it's like, yeah, there's not necessarily, like, that many things that are, like, it can be solved with code. Export sheet data? Wait, there's not a thing to export a Google Sheet as JSON or XML? That seems kind of wild. Oh, so what is on the homepage, though? That was the other thing that I was trying to figure out. Oh, they also just have the about at the bottom. Here... Yeah, this is just the about at the top, and then here... There's an about at the top? Sounds like a good idea. Imagine that there's already something like that. That's what I would imagine too, is that like there has to be a way to sort through a bunch of sounds and stuff, so. Oh, but it would be nice for the code portfolio, so. Ain't bad at thinking of useful stuff like that. Yeah, that's just, like, I don't know how many, I don't know if that's like something that hiring managers look for is like tools, like if you've made tools or not. Okay, I don't need an about page. I'm just now realizing I don't need an about page. The home page is going to have an about section. Because the home page is going to have an about section. Social media links, which I already finished that section. And then what I need is the, like, I don't want to have, like, a stats, so then this is best projects, and then maybe stats? Somewhere in here is also going to be stats. Yeah, it is, like, I do think I want to put the not safe for work section on my portfolio, which seems odd, but it's like, oh, this is talking about work, and then having a not safe for work section, but it's also where I've gotten the most, that's where all my stats would be coming from, and also, like, if I could work on not safe for work games, that, like... I would be excited to do that, honestly. I don't know how much of a market there is for, like, not safe for work game developers, but there's a lot of games out there for it, so... And at least, like, in my case, it's made me money, so... That part I won't be doing on stream though. This is a nice portfolio page. It's funny that they listed like, oh, here's some of the best portfolios, and they just listed somebody that like is prominent, but I think this is pretty dang basic. So apparently not safe for work games is extremely profitable, but then again, well, I think it's one of those things that's very feast or famine, I think. Well, it's one of those things that's controversial, that's the thing. But then again, trying to explain how you earn money. Well, I think it's, for me, I'm coming from the like, oh, I work for the military. I work for an insurance company. I work for an oil field company. Like, I'm less proud of those than I would be if I said, hey, I work for a not safe for work game developer. Like, I think that's much more of like a social good. to say like, oh, I'm helping people get off than like I'm helping extract oil out of the ground. So just tell them that you work in the sex industry and let them be awkward. What would I tell my parents? I mean, if I got a job in the industry, then I would say that this is what I'm doing for a living. I don't know if my parents would be all that cool with it, but I would be so much happier doing that than I am, like, working for the military as a subcontractor. Like, it would not, like, it would sit on my conscience a lot better, and, like, my family would just have to deal with it. I don't know that my parents would be thrilled if that were the case, but I don't know. I know, like, my mom has mellowed out more now that she's retired, so I don't know if that also means she's would be more tolerant of that kind of thing. Family would be pretty cool with it. Nobody in your family's uptight. That's nice. I mean, my mom has always been, like, against video games in general, so I was very surprised that she let me get, like, a game design degree. Did not expect such a spicy stream. Well, I'm not doing any of the, I haven't put that on my portfolio yet. And I'm, yeah, again, I'm not going to be doing that on stream, but like I said, it's something I'm a lot more comfortable with than I am, like, hey, let's go work for an insurance company. Okay, I'm just not even paying attention. I'm just yapping at this point. Okay, so this I don't think has a... Okay, no, here is the about section. So they put the about section at the bottom. They put the about section at the top. They put the about section at the top. So here on the list, about... Yeah, I do think it's probably a good flow to it. Do I need anything more, is the question. Oh, this is... It just goes to Webflow specific. It's not even the flippin' portfolio. Okay, but they're... I mean, they put the social links at the top. I don't think that's as necessary. Okay, the about section, the list of projects, and then game news. I don't have any news. That's... hey, Lansing. I know somebody. That, as in, wait, as in, like, Redfall? Are they in Lansing? Or is that just the one person there, so... was that last year that the credit card companies put the thumb screws to Steam to get them to remove a bunch of content? Yeah, no, that was last year. Last year they did that, and they did it to itch.io as well, and speaking of the not safe for work games that I've done, it completely killed the traffic. Like, I was getting, like, a follow a day on, whatchamacallit, Oh, this is just an ad for Squarespace again. I clicked the wrong thing again. I'm not clicking the... There. I'm clicking on the made with. But the... Yeah, I think I was getting about a follow a day on the not safe for work stuff, and it's trickled down to like a follow a week, which is still a whole heck of a lot better than my projects here. Like, but yeah, that's the thing. You could even see that like the not safe for work stuff is also a good chunk of the views on this. I figured Steam could just say that not safe for work content could only be paid for money from your Steam wallet. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Well, the problem was that it was yet another one of those like, oh no, not safe for work games exist. And there's like, I think there was a bit more controversy in terms of like this specific not safe for work game had some like hardcore flavors to it. Because that was one of those post games interviews was talking about not safe for work games. Yeah, because they also talked about that kind of thing too, which I always think it's kind of, it sucks that there's still so much pushback of like a part of the human experience is just not allowed. Because I think as long as you're not hurting anybody else, then like whatever you want to do is fine. As long as you're not harming anybody or yourself, go do whatever you want. Okay, so this is a photo. This is an about section and then speaking highlights. Okay. So this is a gameplay reel. That's a good idea, actually. I don't think any of these had like a gameplay reel, but... Oh, no, I guess they do have a trailer. Okay, so how about... Because I do have... So gameplay... I did that like years ago. But I need to do that again. Wait, so all the credit card companies would have a part in what would be adding to money to the Steam wallet. Yeah, ad pocs type situation. Yeah, exactly. I think a huge part of it are all the people who want to keep it taboo just for their own weird kink around being naughty. I don't think that's a huge part of it. I think there's just a lot of... yeah, the most uptight people are the biggest closet cases. I think it is like a social standing kind of thing. It's like you want to say, I'm a good person. And this is a thing that is like been for a long time saying like a not a good person kind of thing. Gotta be a like puritanical. Yeah, okay, so an about section, a project section, and then some other stuff here. Okay, so that's probably good for the home page. Then, what did I have here? Resume, which is literally just the resume that you can download and the text. Yeah, that's fine. Nope, not you. So then the portfolio is going to be the big part. But then here, resume, which is a download link and the text. And then here, contacts. And the shop. Okay. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but Oh yeah, it is ads, isn't it? My friend talked to a CS student 1 year older, and apparently he can't find a free internship with 100 resumes plus counting. Yeah, that's what scares me. Is like personally, this is a very good time in my life to be unemployed, but like job market wise, not a good time. Yeah, I think I've brought up my friend that is got a master's degree in computer science and is looking for a job, or has a master's degree in computer science and is working at Target. That's what scares me. Okay, the contact is literally just gonna be a... I don't know. Can I cut down the links and just say, like... okay, save whatever I was doing. Exit this and say, what are the pages? Services, shop, about, and contact, and cart. Do I need the cart page? Okay, I don't have services that I'm providing. Unless I want to do, like, commissions. I guess I could do, like, pixel art commissions. Maybe, but... that also kind of scares me, so... Okay, but I'm thinking I could almost get rid of the contact section if I just have that at the bottom of the home page with a contact. Although, do these have like a separate contact section? There's an email link there. That is a contact at the, okay, about blog and contact. Yeah, okay, no, they all have a separate contact button. But I think I can get rid of the about section. Or yeah, okay, that is not going to be there. Oh, it's the resume. That's also a small one that is not super necessary, but... okay, but this is just an email contact form. So that'll be a quick, easy one, and then I don't know what this shop is going to be like, but... okay, so now for the portfolio. So now if I look at, like... they've just literally listed every game. I have 40 half-finished things that I've shat out, and I did no professional work, so that's not how I'm going to be listing that. Okay, so, but yeah, even here, they have enough games that they're just listing games. This one didn't have one, did it? Galleries, development gallery? Hey, look, they've got some orange. Also got like some blue here, but this is art gallery, art development gallery. Oh, career is probably the list of games then. No, this is the list of games. I think this is a little confusing. Okay, this is their resume link, essentially. Yeah, okay, so this is essentially the resume link, and then this is the gallery of games. Yeah, and then professional work, because I don't have any professional work, it's all going to get put under one. And then these are all listed out. Pre-game, not game. I feel like this is not the person to look at. This is somebody who has made an impact in a lot of game development circles, and also just really this, I don't think this is the portfolio to be looking at necessarily. Okay, so then, yeah, that is a whole list of each. No, I think I want to separate that into its own tabs so that you can look at each of the projects individually instead of looking at a list of names here. Okay, but I think I'll, what do I have it doing? That. Okay, I'll probably do games, art, and then other. Because those are the two things I've focused on the most, are games and art. My Godot game is safe because anyone who manages to see the source code will get lost in the spaghetti. That's... Well, I know that's... They say, like, add, like, a GitHub link for a lot of these, too, and I'm like, probably... Did I make a GitHub? I think I did. I think I have the link somewhere. It's probably on my link tree. But also, I've not done a good job of updating it and stuff, like... Yeah, source code, that's what it was. Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't do GitHub, I just did it as here's a bunch of source code for a bunch of projects. Well, and that's the thing, yeah, because I could just add like a source code link on a lot of these. I think it's not a bad idea. Okay, so games, arts, and then other. And then here's where we're gonna get into the... I made a note somewhere, right? Oh, I gotta take this. I will be back, hopefully. Okay. That was just a quick little call here. Okay, so now these are tags and things. Do I want to... So when you click on games for anybody else, is there... Yeah, see, but this is people with professional work. They can list out, like, here's professional stuff I non-diddly did. Well, and they say, but, like, your best work is the only stuff that you should put on your portfolio. But this is... I want this to be a history of everything I've done, too. That's really what it is. And I think if I just have, like, the home page, if I just have a certain page be the, like... Hello, hello. But yeah, if I have a certain home page, or if I have a certain page, as in, like, the home page or something says, here's my best work at the top, then I think I can get away with the other pages being a bunch of nonsense. Okay, so home is sorted. Not the home page. Oh, not linked, because it is. Okay, that's. So what was the home thing that he was just saying then? Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like, do I have this contact us? Or do I also have this contact us? Probably should do both. Okay, can I switch you out with the icon? And then do I want to have it be this as the new thing? Oh, I was kind of liking that middle of the road gray, but maybe not the best idea. Yeah, so like, do I want to do this one now, or... And then if I hit export here, it's gonna still be tiny though, right? Okay, let's actually organize this a little bit. Man, I had some chili for lunch and it was fantastic. And I'm so tempted to have some chili again for dinner. And I'm like, that's gonna be a lot of beans. Probably not the best idea. But it was good chili though. I have an orange jacket now. That was the... I'm testing it. That was the brain blast. That was the compromise that I came up with. Was that, like, that allows me to add orange to the character. That allows me to have the orange while still... I feel like it's not too overwhelming. And it does give me the orange on the character. So... yeah, I was still trying to mess around with the background. We're getting back into the loop. We're restarting the stream here. I started with, here was the oh, I had Glowy Pumpkin pulled up because I was looking at the, yeah, because she's got blue as the background color. So, yeah, I like the orange jacket, very on brand. Layers, yes. No, that was the other thing too. It's like it gives me the orange on the character, but also gives me the, it's also me layering up and stuff too, so. Yeah, okay, I did see the 20 go by, but. Yeah, it's because of this blue background that was kind of inspiring me, like, is there another color I could do instead of just like a black or like a gray? I don't mind it, but it's... well, I don't know, because I did the black and white as, like, the very first set of, like... That's still what the offline looks like, is like, the full-on, like, black and white there. Yeah, that's what I did, was the black and white. I don't know, I guess I could keep it. Do I want to keep the border? Because now I don't really need to keep the border if I have the orange jacket too. Which one has the border? This. No, not this. This? This one. If I get rid of the border? I don't know, I'm still debating on what I want to do for the background there, so... if you are game noob, you should donate a bunch of money to Gnome. And seem connection to the game developers' profits have a strong free and open source game engine only benefits Steam. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Has Steam not donated a lot of money to Godot? I feel like there was a couple of developers or something. There was somebody who devoted a lot of money to Godot at some point. I think it was like right after the Unity. Well, like you said, Steam has done a lot of open source stuff, so it wouldn't be all that surprising to me if they had devoted more money to that. But yeah, there was some yeah, Brotato guy donated money. I don't know if it was them specific. I thought there was somebody else But yeah, I think there was a couple of devs that said, oh, I'm giving a bunch of money to Godot because Unity pulled the stupid. So. But what about the other character colors? Are we keeping them the same? I was thinking so. There was... I don't know, is there any other colors? I thought the background was the problem. So. But yes, I think now would be the time to think about doing other colors if necessary, but... I don't know, I like the colors still. There's not anything that's screaming at me like, oh, I want to change that. But... I mean, do they clash a little bit? I think so, but I don't know how to get a complementary color palette going. Because every time it says complementary, it's like, oh, do the opposite color. But I don't want to do blue. That's really what it is. It's like, yeah, maybe some blue jeans would go well with the, don't especially like the green. And then you don't like the yellow either? Is that what it is? You don't like any of my favorite colors? I like orange, I like green, I like yellow. In that order. And now it's like, nah. Get rid of the orange, too much orange. Get rid of the green. Not a good green. Get rid of the yellow. It's too bright. No, the green you chose? I'm okay with green. Oh, so it's me specifically. That's what we're getting at. I'm the problem, not the color. It's just me. I just did it wrong. Oh, guy who made Buckshot Roulette also. Okay. I thought there was a prominent indie game studio that devoted some chunk of money. It's been a while, and it's neither here nor there. It's like a nice dark forest green. Are you saying, should I go with the, like, whatever colors it said? Was that, like, I would say kind of horrible neon green, but... Okay, this was the, yeah, middle of the road gray, which matches with itself. Is hilarious. Okay, I don't need that up anymore. Don't need that up anymore. This was that red of the hat, but I'm not worried about that as much anymore. Yeah, this is telling me I should probably be using this red to go with the hat. But this is, so you're saying I should use this green? Is that? Speaking of 90s websites. I was gonna say, yeah, that's the guy. Oh, he does have a very 90s website-esque thing. Oh, it might have been Eric Barone. Who did Stardew Valley. I thought it was a studio. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm mixing this up with the guy who did like Iron Lung and stuff. I feel like those are some similar vibes. Okay, Eric Barone donated a mono game, not Godot. And I could be wrong. I could be thinking of the wrong thing. Although I'm always surprised at how close I am yeah, because I was talking about like, oh, I went to a gay bar, and it was, I'm like, oh, I thought it was Avenue Q, and it was like, no, it was Club Q. So it was like, oh, okay, I was close. I had the wrong first word stuck in my head there. Okay, so... let's just reconfigure the banner to be the right thing then. So this services page I don't need. I'm like... delete the page. I don't need this services page. I should be able to get it. Okay, there. I can do the about page. Shop I wanted at the end. Contact. And I need a new page. Portfolio page. I guess. Okay, and you're supposed to be. Oh my goodness! What? No, I'm not. Don't take me through the thing yet. I just wanted to get that homepage. Terraria guys donated. Biff and Bits. That might be Blobfish Games. Maybe something like that. I saw Luck Be a Landlord again recently. I was like, this looks like Godot, and lo and behold, it was made in Godot. Oh, okay, you're just looking at the link of people who have funded Godot. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, Relogic, Blobfish, Biff and Bits. Yeah, I don't remember. It was neither here nor there. One day I will start using Godot. I recognize a good chunk of these names. I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't remember what game. But I'm like, Trampoline Tales is Luck Be a Landlord, RPG in a Box. Like Kenny, who makes all the assets, Polymars. Also just streaming a thing, Draknek and Friends. I'm on their newsletter, and I keep seeing all their games, and I'm like, if I loved puzzles. It might have been Mega Crit. I was thinking Slay the Spire. So I think it might have been Mega Crit, as in like this, because this is like a large chunk of money here. I'm pretty sure it was Mega Crit. I wanted to say Slay the Spire, and I wasn't sure. So I think Godot's future may be in third-party folks. Well, I know like Second Dinner, who did Marvel Snap, like like their next role that they were hiring for was specifically like Godot. Which, if they still have that opening open, I doubt it, but was it this one? But they were specifically looking for Godot and also said, hey, if you don't know Godot very well, then that's fine too. I mean, this is still on their website. Which that is kind of what I wanted to do, was apply to job and then, or finish portfolio and then apply to job, so. Really proud that I have Luck Be a Landlord bundle, but on the other hand, it's part of 38 bundles. As in, Replicat is part of Luck Be a Landlord bundle or something, or are you talking you got a Luck Be a Landlord bundle? A lot of Godot devs don't like the way the features are added. Interesting. Yeah, okay, Replicat and Luck Be a Landlord. Yeah, okay. Godot is good for stuff like that, as in like a card game kind of thing. Which also might be why Second Dinner here is looking at card game stuff. I mean, I was surprised the stats on Marvel Snap. They had like a huge first year, they had a pretty good second year, and now this third year, it's pretty much fallen off. It's like they've had a pretty steep decline. It's like, wow. And I was still having fun with it recently. I was still getting into games too, so it's not like they were all of that lost. But if I have a Replicat and not Luck Be a Landlord, go buy Luck Be a Landlord with a discount using the bundle. I'm pretty sure, I know I have it on the phone. I played it on the phone. I don't know if I have it on Steam. I kind of doubt it. It felt very phone game to me, as in like I wanted to play it on the phone. Yeah, okay, so I do not have it on Steam. Yeah, I was so bummed that I missed the MagFest because I'm like, oh, the dev was even at MagFest and everything. So, oh, still at 99% positive reviews on Replicant. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now you got me curious as to like. I don't think I've looked at that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 164. But yeah, still, what? The like one review. It's negative. I did see Replicat get mentioned in one of the How to Market a Game articles. That was unfortunately a like, oh, study these games to see if you can sell better, which I think is a bummer because I'm like, I think Replicat is awesome and I want to play it more, which is also in that list of like more games to play. There's too many things to do, and here I am doing none of them and just yapping. But this does get me a couple cents. If I have enough people watching enough ads, I get a handful of coins. If I'm good enough at yapping, I can get a handful of coins. Fucking heck, bruv. So, about portfolio. Oh, no, that's the home page. So, home, portfolio, resume, contact, shop. So, portfolio, resume. Oh, meaning I don't need the about page. I was just going to get rid of the about page. That's just going to be the home page. You. Yeah, so also getting rid of this. Not necessary. Did I double check if this is... Okay, this is looping correctly. Okay, so portfolio... It feels like there's one missing. Resume, contact, shop. And then this is a... I know I just had an about page. It might be what I want. Because I just want... Do you have a blank page? Add a blank. There we go. Page. The repo maintainers are really stubborn to merge issues for pretty much no reason. And that was before the AI pull request on overall. There's a very... No issues with Godot. Sentiment with Godot. Which really doesn't help in making the engine better. Okay, you're saying people are being stubborn about adding new stuff. Which, yeah, I think you would want people to be updating the product. It's funny, Reddit has started giving me a, It started giving me Godot as the, one of the, subreddits. And I still have not used Godot. One day. One day I will, but I still have not, so... a lot of a responsibility when it comes to accepting pull requests, and it doesn't help that they're swamped with AI slop pull requests. I can imagine that it's very scary to be the one in charge of adding stuff to Godot, because that's going to go into, like, the full engine and everything that a whole bunch of people are using, so... less about adding new stuff, but more about fixing old stuff. Oh, okay, so broken things still just being broken. I could see that with being obnoxious if you're waiting for stuff to work better and it's not happening. Okay, speaking of resume, where is it? It's been a while since I messed with it. I haven't had to mess with it in a while either, though. Okay, that's just a bunch of random nonsense. I feel like it would be under documents, though, right? It is, in fact, a document. Documents? And then resume? Hey, there we go. I'm doing this wrong. It's on Google Drive. That's where my resume is at this point. Not every fix is the right solution, but yeah, no doubt they aren't perfect. But the pull requests are there. Anybody can merge them into their own forks, like you said. Okay. Which probably gets even more confusing if you're able to pull a bunch of other, like selectively pull your own things with your own Godot. I'm looking for... I don't remember why I separated these two things out. Resume. This one. And or this one. I mean, technically... I don't need to update that just yet. Oh, I need to update this, though. That video is old AF. And then this I might end up updating with the other link there. Okay, so I got lied. I guess I don't need to worry about updating this just yet. So I just need to pull over the files. Also heard that Godot is missing people who know the Godot script code base, which is helping work on the language. Okay. We'll just have AI code. Just smash a bunch of new stuff in there and that'll fix it, right? That seems like the best idea. Okay, I just need to copy over the text. So edit the page, add a section. Intro sections. No, this is literally just add a blank section. And then edit the section, add a block. Text. There we go. Add a text block. That's literally all I need. Slap it in the middle, please. And make it nice and big. That's the one that has the Unity experience at the top specifically. I might do both. I might keep both. You need to make this a bit bigger. Okay, I don't want to make it as big as the whole. Okay, so I look at this. This is a website. It doesn't need to be 1920. Or I'm saying like it. This does not need to be. This does not need to fit in a piece of paper or anything. Seems a bit big. So I lied. So back to... You don't really have a good sense of... Is this good? Is this... I don't know. How do I move it again? Oh, I had to click off it. There we go. Maybe a tad smaller? Yeah, and with that, I mean... something like that, maybe? Okay, and... I want to add a download link. Can I add like a link to a... Not really, no. I want to add a link to a PDF, ideally. Oh, okay. Well, Weebly has a nice thing where you can just add a PDF thing here. Can I attach a file somehow? Product? No, I'm trying to sell something. A menu. Okay, if I do a button. Why did you put it? Okay, that's sure. Okay, click off of this, then I can drag it down. Then I can drag this button over here. Why is it visually look a little off there? Okay, link. File. Aha, okay. And then this is the here and then here. And then here. I feel like my cold is better today, but I feel like my voice is more destroyed today. Might also be just doing a bunch of yapping while sick is not the best idea. And the text. That's the link. Oh, no wait, you click on the... No? I keep... Oh, there. Confusing myself on the text. Okay. Download PDF. Where did I have it here? I had it at the bottom, didn't I? I had it in the middle for both of them, which is kind of weird. Okay, give me a header. So I do want to add the word resume on the top. Not that it's necessary. Not that it's going to help anything. Not that anybody's going to care. But I want a header. Why are you orange? So, here. It needs a little, like, extra thing on it, though, right? Because then it just says resume, doesn't it? Okay, I think I'm running. It's a 3:30. I feel like I'm running out of steam. Okay, we're gonna put the button at the bottom, rather. Can you scroll down, please? Can you scroll down faster, please? Or I just do it like this if you're gonna be wonky. I'm a little afraid that the box looks like it's... Okay, there we go. You can't squeeze up any more than that? Okay, and then... take a break and see what you're doing. I'm fine with that. Ooh. Ooh-hoo-hoo. I'm gonna lose even more time to replicate. I have enjoyed doing... Ah, and you did make sure it's working on all screen sizes. That is very much something I need to mess with. It's looking good, though. Congrats. And this is gonna be Android, or is this gonna be iOS, or is this gonna be what other mobile things? Oh, you doing both Android and iOS? Because I know I've messed with iOS a little bit, and I was like, I don't like Apple, and I don't have all of the many different Apple products and stuff. But thank you for the hydrate. There is a channel point reward thing if you want to click on the little water droplet somewhere near the chat. You can also use points to tell me to hydrate. Probably a good idea to hydrate after I was just complaining about my voice being a little I just went and made the resume here, and then I'm like, oh, I can update this to say no. Okay. You're not gonna give me this thing here? Gee, thanks. I was about to complain about Microsoft Word. This is Google, whatever thing it is. So, oh, only have an iPhone, so testing iOS first. Okay. Yeah, no, I've messed with it, Apple just a bit, and did not like it, and was like, nope, we're not, we're not doing this. Like I said, because you have to buy into all of the products in terms of like having an iPhone and a Mac and an Apple developer license, which is not cheap. And then I'm like, what, to just have an iPhone and to have... I mean, I might at some point do that, but... Oh, let's see. We'll just edit here. Yeah, that's the one thing that I got familiar with. The one kind of new thing that I did at the job was using Unity Test Runner. I don't know if anybody's going to care about that, but that's the one thing that I got from the job beyond the experience and money. So, you don't need a Mac at all. I'm using Unity Cloud Build to build in a .ipa file. Okay, I haven't messed with the Unity Cloud Build stuff. I just remember, at least the last job I was at, they had like Mac, they had Apple, they had iPhone. So that's what I was doing it through that. But I guess if Unity Cloud Build lets you do a file there. Well, that's good to know. I should mess with that at some point. I mean, that is what drew me to Unity in the first place, was just the fact that it lets you build to all sorts of different things. Okay, we'll just update it here. Okay, so that's the resume. Do I want to do the Unity resume on here? I guess. Okay, well that'll be a couple of different pages done. It's just not the one big bulk page. That is the issue. Oh, dang it. I do have to be down here to pull that over there, right? I guessed correctly, though. Oops. Okay, there we go. That lines up. Then I can do... Isn't developing for Apple difficult or something? Yes, it was. That's why I didn't like it. It was because it was like, oh, okay, once I figure out the iPhone, once I figure out the Apple developer fee, once I figure out all this stuff, It also felt like it was just weird to like try to debug it and stuff too. Yeah, I was just not a fan. But to me, it feels like you gotta kind of be bought into their family of products and stuff. So. Let's see, a file. Yeah, those are out of date a little bit, but yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll just forget about it and be miffed when it's wrong when I test it later, but that's okay. I guess I kind of do need the cart if I'm gonna have a shop, but that's not the kind of thing. The only reason I have a shop is because of the fact that I'm using it for the thingamabob. But if you're using Unity, the development itself is no different than Android. It's just publishing that takes some extra steps. Yeah. And that's the thing, is the extra steps on publishing are the obnoxious thing. I feel like there was another. I want to say it was like the Butterscotch devs, Butterscotch shenanigans. But, I feel like there was some other dev that was mentioning like, oh, I'm not doing an Apple port ever again. Like they just did not have a good time with it. It was like a bunch of effort and a bunch of money for like a bunch of people to not care or download or look at. Oh, come on. So I got rid of the extra space at the bottom, and then you just brought it back. And then when I hit edit, it's like, yeah, it's not there. Why do you think there's extra space at the bottom? Okay, so now... Bugger off! Why are you putting this so far away from this thing? Despite the fact that I got rid of the extra space. Again, I'm not gonna worry about it. What is this? Why is there so much space at the bottom here? I don't want to add a section. There we go. Yeah, pull that up, please. Okay, there we go. Man, I wish I could make these links a little bigger. They're so tiny because I have so many of them. And then when I hit XL, they're like, here, we made them smaller for you. What? That's not the button I pressed. Oh, and that was the secondary thing with this. Is like, where does this go? Is the question. Because it's not like I've set up an email here. Did I have like sort of... What did I have for contact here? Oh, I just had all my links, basically. But I'm like, I have no clue where this even goes. It's not a bad idea. Do I want to put my phone on here? Wait, did that not? Oh, let me hit edit then. Okay, there we go. Now I can. Oh, this is just a get rid of the boilerplate thing here. Do I want to put my phone number on here? Not right now, no. Okay. It's somewhat obvious that that's an email, but I'm still going to say email. that? Oh, I can't. So I'm gonna make that bold. That did not help anything. It looks so tiny. Can I make this bigger or something? Well, I kind of want to keep defaults for now, because I think there's also reasons for, like, oh, if you look at this in mobile, it's gonna look completely awkward and weird and bad. Or something like that. Oh, that's why it was... The dark black background just looks so boring now. That's why I liked the orange. Even if it's seared to the retinas, it's at least memorable. Okay. Yeah, let's... So, well, that's a good test. It's a good test. I think I already did that, didn't I? So go back to... Okay, gnomes again. And then if I throw that on the contact page... Do I want that? Oh, wow, okay, I guess we'll see. What you, and then you. There we go, okay. So now let's see if this looks any good. And then I'm gonna second guess it and say, nah, I like the bright, obnoxious. I like it when it looks bad. I have no taste. That's kind of it. Can you fill the space instead, or... There we go, fit. Oh, but also it's... Yeah, I do need to up the pixels. Which means I gotta do the weird thing where I delete stuff and then export it. It's called Use a Better Program that's better supported, you goof. Oh, this does not have the... so let's do like 10 times or so. Make it look nice and crisp. So I got rid of the border. When it is the black background, that might be a good idea to keep the border out. I lied. I don't know. It actually looks kind of cool when it blends into the background a little bit. I mean, I could get rid of the background entirely, too. Or I could get rid of the extra squares on the edges and just shrink the entire icon in general as well. So do I keep the squares or do I get rid of the squares? Do I do no background or do I do... I guess that's, again, a test. Oh, but it should probably be my face, actually. It should probably be a picture of me, not a picture of my icon. I don't know. Because this is me, and I just immediately defaulted to an icon, but that is what I did here, too. It was like, let's do a picture of me. It's probably a better idea. Do I do the picture of me? Hey, it's an older picture. See, but there's the wave on this one too. I guess I could just do a selfie right now. I don't know. It seems... No, I could like get a professional photographer photo kind of thing. That might be a good idea. Okay, well again, we're gonna placeholder everything. and then decide I'm too lazy to unplace or hold it, and it'll be just what I roll with. Not that anybody's going to use this contact info thing anyway. Okay, but that's a start there. That's a start there. This is at least also giving me a good sense of colors and stuff, which I'm happy with the colors. The design decision here. Thank you for testing that. Okay, but the design decision, wait a second. It's a design. Button style. Oh, it's just changing all the colors. That's definitely not bad. No, I kind of like that better. I just didn't know if you could do the rounded corners. I could make the button smaller, but I do want it to be kind of big and obnoxious. I just was wondering if I could do rounded corners. That would have fit a little better, I think. Oh, I gotta figure out why in the heck it's doing a weird spacing, too. Okay, so... I don't think I want to get all the way to this point here just yet. Yeah, okay, that needs to be switched out and updated. I don't need this. I don't need this section. Yeah, okay, and this is very much the kind of thing that I need to do for pick the game, in which it'll be like Plunk, most likely. Replace. I was gonna say the you. I know that's not what I want to go with. Oh yeah, and I have a couple ideas for doing the logo for Plunk too, that are not this, but. Wonderful. Good to know that you can try to crash my computer making way too many roller coasters. It seems to be running just fine, though. I guess it's also not adding a whole bunch of characters. But you gotta keep trying. It's all at the bottom. It's all gotta come up. Okay, so now here we say Plunk, and then whatever I said was the page here. That one, kind of not. Oh, that one, but also kind of not that one. And here. Why did you decide to do that? What? Okay. There. Please. Okay, then these can both link to the page. Oops, remove the link, attach a link, that is that. There. Okay, that'll definitely be the top, like, primary thing there for sure. Okay, is this looking good? That's a good thing to test now, too. Is... preview. Okay. Now I need to fix this. The logo needs to be updated. This logo needs to be updated. This logo needs to be updated. Great. I should probably add more text here explaining what this is and why it's cool. And Oh, the stats screen as well is probably a thing I want to do. Do all of these go to the right places? I'll test that later. I don't know what this is or does. And then... Okay, and then color-wise, I think it looks fine and stuff too. So, lots of stuff to update here. This I have not touched at all whatsoever. Why do they default to white on white? This is the default? This is like, you can barely see the text? And that's what they default to. Okay. That's the resume. I don't know why the flippin' space is not doing it correctly, and the PDFs need to be updated anyway, so that's... I'm getting some good placeholders in, though. Like I said, I probably should do my face or something here, but... Oh, and then, yeah, this was my test of the... Oh, I can rename it to portfolio, though, right? This shop is... Yeah, and then I need to do this for every single game and stuff, too. That's gonna take a bit. So what is the difference between portfolio and shop? So if I go to this portfolio, then... So... working on more fancy menu buttons because priority is important, and that's probably the least important thing. You are a man after my own heart. That is exactly how my priorities go, too. I'm like, this seems really big and daunting. I'm gonna try to get a small win by doing this small task. Oops, there's just so many small tasks, and they're so much more fun than doing the big scary thing. That's very much what I'm doing with this. That's literally what I'm doing right now. So I'm like, okay, let's do all of the other pages except for the portfolio page. So, Dobby heard your voice and came running and jumped up. It's now looking for me. That's funny. That's cool that they could, like, they realized what my voice is now at this point, so. Because I feel like I haven't been over there that often. But, I don't know. Maybe it's... Maybe it has been a lot. Okay. The portfolio. When was the last time ads were run? Because I'm like, well, that hydration is catching up to me here. Why is the default like just this unreadable kind of text there? It's not the not the colors I picked, right? That it just decided to do this weird. Is this just a picture that... No, the whole thing is I wanted the tag filtering system. This does not appear to have tags. Okay, so can I relabel the shop to... Yes, I can. So this is relabeled to portfolio. And then this will get relabeled to portfolio. And then this is labeled to portfolio. Okay. That's... Okay, no, I want to discard the changes because you're not letting me do it because there's already a portfolio page. So this is I lied, go away. Away with you. How do I... There we go. Delete the page. Don't need that one anymore. Then, hopefully I can relabel you to portfolio. Portfolio. And portfolio. Let's save that. You can't relabel shop to something else? It has to be a shop page? The shop page has to be labeled shop? Oh, or it did it already. Oh, I was looking in... Oh, that didn't update. That's... Okay, so it already updated, and I was trying to update it again. I guess. Okay, so now portfolio, resume, contact, and then I guess cart. So now when you go to the portfolio here, yeah, unfortunately it's gonna have... Okay, can I edit it here? After the fact here, or is it... The product is just gonna edit this section? The price. Wait, you can turn off the price. Aha. Right. So manage items. Save. You can turn off the price. Okay. Perfect. That is what I wanted. Oh, look, this one's on sale. The free product is on sale. Wait. Now that I'm looking at that, can I edit that too? Okay, not unmanaged items. Edit the section. What does that mean? I guess I want breadcrumbs. Okay, well, I think as long as I don't put a price or a sale on any of the items, it should be fine. It just is funny that one of them is for sale. Okay, so I think I'm all set to start cranking out content for these different pages. As in, probably a good time to take a break, because it's 4 o'clock. I need to piss, and... Oh, okay, wait. One last thing is that I said art was one of the things, too. Games, art, and other. Because if this is all going to go into this one store page... Can I default to what this filters by? Because I wanted to default filter to... Ooh, okay, so ads will run. I can go take a piss, and then after that, raid out, I guess, if anybody's here. I did get into a very boring section of the stream. Yeah, I definitely want to do this for all of the game products here, too, where it shows the name, and then it shows the GIF of the game actually running, of which I think I only have the GIF of it running for a few different projects, but meaning I gotta go do that for a whole bunch. Okay, so the top level category, oh shoot. No, I do want it to be by year. Because I want it to be... Well, no. So I guess it would be game. So then all the categories... This is going to be so many categories. What are you talking about? I just wanted to add another category. These... What did I list this as? So what have I done? Okay, they're all gonna be downloads. Is it, no, is this adding a new product? No, I wanted to add a new category. Okay, portfolio. Add a download? Yeah, it's the download. Where was the category? Adding the Shoot, where was the button for adding a category? Was it under the item? Oh, can I hide the price here too? Edit section. What's that? Okay, well, it's ad break. I need to go use the restroom. I will be back. Okay. So yeah, 4 o'clock. I think I'm ready to just call it quits. Come back in an hour or so. Is this saying I'm offline because of the whatchamacallit? The fact that I reset the stream immediately because I was like, forgot to update the title again. But if there are 5 people here, I was like, I'll be back in like 2 hours. So, but for 2 hours, can watch Nova Linnell doing some. I don't even remember who that is. It's funny, I watch a whole bunch of clips of Salpo, and yet have not watched the stream. Who is some cards code? There's a few people doing some soft drink in the middle of the day on a Friday. Interesting. Do I recall who carbs code is? I don't. Do I... Have I followed all of the things? Is the other question. I have. At least some of it. Lots of tools, it looks like. Yeah, just do not recall. Hey, it's a polycube. Well, I guess I should have mentioned that, if you wanted my actual thoughts about Construct. I mean, you're catching me at a bad time because I'm literally about to cut the stream off, but I played Construct for 2 hours before I got a little too motion sick to continue, and really enjoyed it. Like, I'd be excited to see if you do more with it, but no, I thought it was super cool. I'm half tempted to like go back and edit that into like a game so slick it doesn't need textures. But yeah, there was just a jump near the end I could not figure out, so did I get the issue of the mouse input not firing? I don't think so. I don't remember having any problems with it. I mean, you could go back and watch the VOD if you're curious if I did have any issues. It was just near the end there was a jump, like, you gotta go around a wall that I was not figuring out. But no, I had a really good time yapping and playing that game. That was a lot of fun. Okay. Oh, yeah. You have to watch the ad. Oh, this is, working at Godot. There's so many people who work at Godot. I'm doing it wrong. I need to be working at Godot. I'm not gonna remake the project right now, but next project I do is gonna be Godot. It'll be very tempting to do it for like a game jam or something too, but like do a Godot project for Down to Jam. It's probably a little ambitious too. Did an interview with a guy that does those with every jam participant each year, and he was struggling because his inputs were not registering. Yeah, like I said, I was not having any input issues, I don't think, so. Sitting there for nearly 3 hours just for him to accidentally close the game. Oh, that sucks. Well, and I guess you did see my feedback. I wrote out my feedback about the game. Okay, but yeah, I was gonna say you're heading out. I'm heading out. I need to go eat, and then I will be back. Probably to play the Killing Stone, even though I should probably work on my portfolio. But I'll have more time to do that, and hope Donkey plays it as a finalist. I almost feel like it could be like it. I don't know if he's huge on movement shooters, but yes, like I said, you caught me at a bad time. I'm ending now, but I'll be back in a couple hours when you are asleep, I think. So I'm about to say good night. At least for me, it's not night, but goodbye. I'm gonna say it anyway. Goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck. Have fun sleeping. I'll be back in a couple hours. Bye. Oh, I forgot to hit the button to actually start the raid. There we go. Somebody is deep in the weeds on what, like bits? No, because that's too big. The numbers are too big to be just flipping bits.
That's really
Interesting.
why that's coming in.
Oh, layers. Layers on Ace Bright? This looks crazy.
Why is it pushing
Okay,
the bits to
but
the
yeah,
back?
now, goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Good luck. Bye. I'll be back in a couple hours. Bye.